Hey there, thanks for joining me again. Happy Sunday to all you guys out in YouTube land. We're back now for another exciting installment and grappling with the art of martial marketing. And before I get started today, I just kind of wanted to deal with a little something, get this off my chest. And I had a Facebook message from a friend that looked at a couple of my videos, and he thought they were interesting, but he was wondering why I was getting off into moral philosophy when we should actually be talking more about marketing. So I wanted to clarify, I'm not here being preachy, and I am not really coming at you in terms of moral philosophy when I'm talking about these virtues. As I mentioned last time, mind training is what we're after right now because I think it's a prerequisite for all other training. And it just so happens that in the art of Kung Fu, mind training began for me with the study of the virtues as an exercise in training and disciplining the mind. So just to put that out there, there is definitely a moral component to all of this, and you can approach it from that angle. Right now, I'm looking at it with you in terms of what you can do with these virtues to sharpen your mind and focus your mind in terms of your personal Kung Fu in marketing and in life itself. So with that out of the way, the second virtue that I was started out with in Kung Fu studies was that of humility. And the question then comes up, how does humility apply to anything we're doing here? I think it's twofold. Again, number one, it's the humility with which you approach others in the realm of marketing. And what I mean by that is this. I was taught a long time ago that to sell is to serve. So if you're going forward in service to potential customers out there, then that's part and parcel of humility too. You're trying to serve them the best way that you know how. And in that sense, you need to be humble enough to make yourself go forward in that manner, that of serving and having a servant's heart. Humility also has to do with your learning in your marketing training and in your marketing implementation. And without the humility to really learn from your teachers in marketing, to learn from the market and what it's telling you, you're blocking yourself from further growth. And I'll give you an example, and this is an old example that's taught in many martial arts schools, philosophy schools, other places. And it's a story of the prospective student who goes to visit a master. And in some stories, it's a Zen master, and others it's a Kung Fu master. But the story remains the same. It's a student or a prospective student seeking out wisdom from a master somewhere. And so he sits at the master's table, and the master starts giving him some ideas and trying to teach him some concepts. And every time the master brings something up, the prospective student says, oh yeah, I already know some of that. And I know because I learned this and that and the other. And so the master sits and listens patiently. So he tries another angle to instruct a student. And the student says, oh, I know something about that too. I know about this and this and this and this. And the master listens to this litany of stuff that the student already knows. Well, it comes time for tea time, to take tea between the master and the student. So the master comes and brings a teapot. The student holds out his cup, and the master pours tea and pours tea. Pretty soon the cup is overflowing all over the place, and the student's going, Master, Master, wait! It's overflowing, it can't hold anything else. And the master says, exactly. And you are like this cup. You are so full of your own ideas and so full of what you have already learned, there is no space for me to give you any new knowledge or any new instruction. And all of a sudden, the student just shakes his head. He realizes that he has not had the requisite humility to empty his cup, as I've said a few times here, and learn more from this master he sought out. What does this mean for us? It really means that there's a lot always for us to learn out there. You may have learned a lot. I know I have been in course after course, training after training, challenge after challenge like I'm doing now. And it's hard to lose sight of the fact, or it's easy to lose sight of the fact, rather, that there's always more for us to learn. So whenever we're going to attempt to learn something in our training, our marketing training, it's time to put aside what we've learned before. Keep it in the background. Put it on the back burner and see what new information, what new concepts we might be able to absorb from what we're sitting in right now, this very moment. That's the purpose behind training in humility, thinking about humility, contemplating humility. It's humility, how you interface with others, and then also how you deal with your own training and your own learning. That's what it looks like to me, and that's the purpose behind discussing this today, how this might help us all in dealing with our leads, our clientele, and in dealing with our marketing teachers so that we can absorb more and become better. That's what I want to leave you with here this Sunday. Still on vacation. I'm going to be on vacation tomorrow, but I'll be back again. But wanted to let you know the purpose behind what we're doing here right now, because as I always say, we train with a purpose.